The day I decided to rob a bank, and what stopped me from robbing that bank, you could call it divine intervention, you could call it good luck, you can call it dumb luck. When I was 16 years old, that was 20-some years ago, me and a group of friends were going to go rob this bank up north. And the bank oddly looks like the Fleeca Bank. All there is there's no cameras, and there's a lobby, and then there's a safe. The only thing that's blocking me from getting to that safe is a wooden door. So me and my friends, we were in a music group, and we were going to go take pictures that day for our album coming out. We go to the hardware store, we buy a double-headed axe, we buy some ski masks, and we buy some corn syrup to make fake blood. I know, we're rebels. We get in the car, we get everything loaded, and we're making our way up north, getting ready to take out this bank. And then once we're done taking out the bank, we're going to take pictures for our album, holding a lot of money, pretty much self-incriminating us. Another dumb move. I'm driving down the highway. I'm in this car. It's a red Escort. And as we start to drive down the highway, the car goes put, 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 put. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why is it? And then all of a sudden, a big cloud of smoke shoots out the exhaust. Put, 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 boom! There goes the big cloud of smoke. All darkness all around. I pull over. I don't know what's going on. Till this day, I don't even know what happened. I couldn't even tell you. I'm not a car mechanic. I'm not a car guy. If you guys got any idea what might have happened, put it down in the comments. I have no clue. But anyway, we're sitting there. We're trying to figure out how to fix the car. We're 16 years old, know nothing about it. We lift up the hood and hoping that by lifting up the hood, it would magically fix itself. I even walked by and kicked the left back tire in hopes that it would start the car up, but that did not work. All my magic tricks of trying to get this car to work would not work. So me and my friends were sitting there, we're looking around, we don't know what to do. At that time, there was cellular service, but the phones were like this big and they only worked in certain areas. So I'm sitting there, I got this giant brick strapped to my head. I'm running around trying to get service to call my mom and dad because I don't know what the hell is wrong with this car. But my dad, he might know. So I'm running around, I'm like trying to get it. I'm like, Dad, I can barely hear what he's saying. Finally, my dad heard what I was saying. I'm like, hey, I'm up here, blah, blah, blah. So my mom and dad, they're on their way to come and save us, to get us back home. But as soon as I hear my mom and dad are heading up, all of a sudden a cop pulls up right behind us, lights on, everything. And we're like, what is going on? How did they know that we were going to rob a bank? So I started blaming my friends because I thought maybe they might have ratted me out. I'm like, why you tell the cops, bro? Why? Why would you do that? And they're like, what are you talking about? Why would I tell it? And then we started arguing with each other, which was really ridiculous. And then the cop goes, what's the trouble, son? And I said, well, we're trying to go and take pictures for our album, but my car stalled out and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do. And the cop says, well, you can't be here. And I'm like, I don't want to be here. He goes, how about you pop the trunk for me? And this is when I was young. I didn't know my rights. I didn't know anything. And when I was growing up, you always did what the cop asked you to do. No questions asked. Otherwise, you might get your ass beat. I open up the trunk. All right, here you go. And he's looking through and he's like, why do you got a double-headed axe? Why do you guys got ski masks? We're in a rap group. We're going to go take some pictures. That's all we're going to do. And he's like, well, where'd you get the axe from? Where'd you get that? He started asking other questions. And I'm like, are you going to help us get our car fixed or not? No, but I'm going to call a tow truck. And I'm like, don't call a tow truck. I don't got no money, bro. Like, don't call a tow truck. My mom and dad are coming, and he's telling me how he got to get out of here. I can't be on the side of the road, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, whatever. All of a sudden, the cop goes, all right, well, I'll give you an hour for your mom and dad to get here and fix the car. Otherwise, we are towing your car. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then my friend goes, do you think you can give me a ride home? My friend sells me out and rides home with the cop. Gets a car ride to his house. While I'm sitting on the side of the road stranded with a double-headed axe and ski masks, I'm all by myself. And then I start to realize how this all would have went down if we would have went to the bank. So I get in my car, I punch the steering wheel, I give it one of these like, why? Not really sure why I was looking up to my interior and yelling why, but I did that. And as soon as I put my key in the ignition, I turn it, all of a sudden, and it came alive. My car came alive. And right then and there, I knew I had to get rid of this friend. This guy was a bad omen. What other way to explain it? I don't know. The guy was a bad omen. He had to have been. Why else would my car just randomly start back up? So I'm like, you know what? The cop left. My friend left. My mom and dad are on the way. I didn't really think much about them. I apologize if you're watching. I started driving home. About an hour later, my mom and dad came home and they yelled at me because I drove home and didn't tell them about it. Totally forgot about it. I was more so happy that I did not decide to go and rob the bank. Jackknife Finnegan, subscribe, like, and comment for more story time.